Hey, it's Tracy here, and today we're going to learn how to score a game in XSYTE. So here we are at the AWIHL hockey site, and we're going to log in here. And I'm going to click on the admin link since I'm an admin, and that's going to take me to the admin area. Okay, so here in the admin area, I come to my dashboard, and we're going to see today's games here. So this makes it easy. If you're going to score a game live, you should always see your game listed here in today's games. You can just find that game and click log game, and that will take you to where you need to be to score your game. Alternatively, if it's not there or you need to find it on a different day, you can just go to League, Games, and wind up here, and then from here you can also find your game. This is going to be the last game. This is going to be the grand final game. So we're going to also have a log game button here that you can press. So once we get into our game, we find it and we hit the log game button, we're on the score a game page. So there's a couple things that you should do before the game starts, and one of them is finalize the rosters. So in order to do this, you'll just select anybody that has showed up for the game. Okay, and then if you need to change the jersey numbers, you can just type in the new jersey numbers. If you wanted to select a captain, you could do that there as well. Okay, so we have checked a few players on each side. It's possible that you might need to add a player to the roster. If you need to do that, you can select a player from this list, and it will automatically put them on the roster. So let's try that. Let's say Rachel Argel is on the roster. So we add her to the roster, and then we can type in a number for her like that. So that's all you need to do before the game. Now that you have your players and jersey numbers sorted and added any extra players, now we can go to the game sheet. And this is what where we're going to be hanging out during the game. So there's a few things you can do during the game. So it's first period. We select the first period, and the game starts, and Sydney takes a shot on goal. Sydney takes another shot on goal. The Goannas come down, they have a shot on goal. So by logging shots on goal, you're just keeping track of basically goalie stats. At the end of the game, goalie stats will be automatically tabulated, and since you've been logging the shots on goal, you'll have those at the ready. Other thing you can do is you can just simply type in a number in the box. So if you need to edit these or go back, you can do that. In the second period, when you add shots on goal, it's going to add another period for you. And again, you can, if you're keeping these on paper, sometimes some people might prefer to keep them on paper and then enter them in at the end. You can do that as well. Okay, so that's shots on goal. All right, let's say somebody scores a goal. Let's go add Sydney Siren's goal. Sirens score a goal. So we know we're in period 2 here. So we don't have to adjust this. It automatically knows. We can put the time in. So this goal happened at 7:26. And we can select the scorer. Kath McConey, she scores a lot of goals. And then select our assists. There. For the goal type, we have even strength goals, power play goals, shorthanded goals, penalty shots, shootouts, and empty net goals. So you can keep track of the goal types. The key ones are power play and shorthanded goals, just to keep track of some power play stats. So we'll have them scoring that on the power play. Okay, so once you click yes, you'll see that goal come up here, and all the pertinent information is logged. And you'll see right here, the Sydney Sirens are now have one goal on their sheet. So it just gives you a quick overview of like what the score should be. So if you have to adjust the scoreboard, you can easily see what to do. If you need to edit the goal, just hit the edit goal button, and that's easy enough. And then you can adjust the stat here. Say, I just want to make sure that Maya got the right stat. That was her. Okay, and then you'll see the updates there. Okay, same thing with penalties. Let's add the Sirens penalty. Oh, I forgot to hit the scoreboard. I'm in the third period. We can just adjust that here. Time, say it just happened at the start of the period. You don't have to type in the colon for the time. You just need the right amount of seconds digits. So if a goal happens, say with 53 seconds, you can just type 53 seconds. And if it happens 7 seconds, you just type in 7 seconds. So let's say this is a penalty, so it happens with 7 seconds left in the third period. Let's say Harvey got that penalty for roughing. There's a lot of different penalties that you can give. Most of them are in here, so you shouldn't have a problem with that. Say slashing, you can give minor penalties, double minor penalties, major penalties, and misconduct penalties. Most penalties will just be a minor. You can also adjust the penalty minutes down here. So we can add that penalty, and you'll see it come down here. Okay, so after the game is over, there's a few things that you can do. We can add a goaltender. And then we're going to add a Sydney Sirens goaltender. So when we do this, we can first select the goaltender. We know how many minutes they played. We're calculating the shots they faced by the amount of Goanna shots on goal up here. It knows how many goals that have been scored from the amount of goals that we've logged. It knows what the result is because the Goannas are winning this game, and we know it's not a shutout. So virtually all of the goalie statistics are already calculated. It's done. You already have logged the goaltending stats, and your job is done here. You can lock this so that nothing can you can't adjust it, but you don't need to. But let's say that we have two goalies that played in the game. So let's add a different goaltender, and we'll say this player is the goaltender. And now we've got duplicate things, and that's not really what happened. So let's adjust the goaltender stats. This goalie played 10 minutes and faced only 12 shots and only allowed one goal, and they got no decision. And this goalie played the other 41 minutes and faced 20 shots, allowed one goal, and took the loss. So this way we can split up our stats by goalie. So you can do this in game if there's a goalie change, or you can calculate it afterwards. The last thing that you'll need to do is just log the game result. So to do that, we were on the game sheet. We're going to go over to scoreboard and notes. If you need to make a note during the game, you can do so here. Timeout called by Goannas at 2:36, second period. So you can keep some game notes in case you need to refer back to something that happened earlier in the game. But now that our game is over, we can log an official game result. So here we are. We click log official game result. The system automatically knows the score. You can adjust it if you need to here. a really good thing to do is to select some stars of the game. Game awards are really good for the players. We've got two assists from this player. We've got a goal and an assist from this player. We've got some great amount of saves from this player. For the game finish type, you can say it's an overtime game or a forfeit game or a regular time game. So now we can finalize the scoreboard. Okay, so we finalized the scoreboard. It says data saved. We can close out of the screen, and then we can go back and have a look at our game. Here it is. You see the Brisbane beat Sydney 2-1. We can click into the game. Here's our game sheet. We've got all of our stats automatically generated. We've got scoring summaries. We've got our stars of the game, and we've got our game stats. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great day.